Okay, back with another Nintendo Power issue. This is volume 47 from April 1993. Star Fox is about to come out. They were pumping it up for the last two issues or so, few issues. You see, they've got the cover feature this month. You have Fox McCloud, Falco, Peppy, and Slippy. DuckTales 2 review for the NES. I don't remember even this game. I don't remember this game being reviewed. I was probably so fixated on Super Nintendo stuff. Star Fox Super FX Heroics. The first Super FX game that Nintendo released. You can see it's April 1993, Volume 47, 350 USA, Canada 450. And you see Fox and Peppy and the R-Wing there. You're what's wrong with your friends. You're smart. What's wrong with your friends? Got a pal who can see the connection between winning and being in the Nintendo Power Super Power Club? Be a friend, rip this out, and help fill it in. So they're saying, get your friend to subscribe. You see there's a $5 off coupons. I did not use these. You can get $5 off Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally or Firepower 2000 for Sunsoft games. $4 off Trade West Games, RC Pro-Am. Only for RC Pro-Am. And $3 off Looney Tunes Sunsoft game for Game Boy. So specific for these games, you could get some money off. Pretty cool. Those are manufacturer's coupons. I did take out this subscription or something. I tore out this thing here. So maybe I did resubscribe or something. Or no, these were the power cards, I think. Have you ever flown an R-Wing? Super Star Fox Weekend Competition, April 30th through May 2nd, 1993. Grand prize, fly you and your family away on a dream vacation. What are you waiting for? Get Star Fox Practice. Star Fox in Practice. So this was the Star Fox Weekend Competition cartridge that they used that was actually released just for this competition, and you can actually get it, but it's very expensive now. And it was just a few levels of Star Fox, I think, for this competition. April 1993, Volume 47. You have Super Nintendo. You see quite a big list of good games here. Star Fox Super Fighting Games, which is probably Rival Turf or something. Pocky and Rocky, Sim Earth, Congo's Caper, Super Black Bass, and Mech Warrior. For Game Boy, you had Kid Dracula, Joe and Mac, Top Rank Tennis, The New Chess Master. For NES, you had DuckTales 2, Yoshi's Cookie, Kid Clown in Nightmare World. Tips, Info Zone, video updates, comics, Star Fox, and Players Forums. In Volume 43, we ask you to write in and tell us which selection of Nintendo Power you would eliminate to make room for your very own monthly column. Here are some of the letters we received. Let's see. Which section would I eliminate for my new section? Hopefully the comics are gone. Leaving more room, I think I would get rid of George and Rob because they really don't have good opinions on the games that are reviewed. Just give me and my bro a call. But anyway, I think a good addition would be a pen pal section. Don't you think? All us Nintendo studs and studettes writing to each other, sharing tips, and just gossiping. Well, there's my idea. Hope you like it. That's Joe Ryan from Lockport, Illinois. I like the magazine pretty much the way it is, but I would change a few things. First, ditch the comics. I was the same way as a kid. I didn't like the comics. Second, forget players' picks. Third, throw George and Rob into the street. I've read their section, and they had a low opinion on a couple of games that I thought were hits. I'd like to see expanded players' pulse, classified information, Super NES reviews, and see the charts expanded from top 20 to 30 or 35. That's Brian Brzezinski, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I wouldn't eliminate any section because your magazine is perfect I would only add more pages and call my columns Tips, Tips, Tips. I would review the latest codes that programmers have found, and I would also tell the readers what games that they absolutely must have. That's from Hans Stutz, Fort Ord, California. I would take out one page of Players Pulse, then take out the celebrity profile players picks and power players, and then bring back the video shorts section like you used to have in the early days of the magazine. Funny they're talking about early days. This is 1993. The magazine was going on since 88, I think. Late 88? 89 maybe? I would eliminate George and Rob, so a lot of people don't like George and Rob. Rob's now playing, and add my section called People in the Nintendo World. It would function like this. I would have a map of the USA and every city in it. I would close my eyes and point to a city where I would visit. Then I would point to one street and travel there. I'll visit everyone on that block who has a Nintendo system. I'll take pictures, ask a question or two, and have the best achievements told. That's from Walter Motorcycle Man Koch, Passaic, New Jersey. The section of Nintendo Power magazine I would remove to make room for my column would be one of the comics. I would call my article Inside Out. Each month I would put the spotlight on a game and turn it inside out by giving readers every code, hint, and map for the game. The first game I would profile would be Dragon Warrior 4. This kid is good. This kid is my kind of kid. Corey Wilson, Longview, Texas. Kid has good taste. And they write, actually, Dragon Warrior 4, huh? That's a really big game. How many pages do you think you'll need to turn that game inside out, Corey? I would eliminate the George and Rob section, another person who doesn't like George and Rob. I would replace it with a section called the Golden Oldies. Every month it would cover old games from the past. Lucas Conley, North Lewisburg, Ohio. So old games from the past, this is 1993. So NES games, I would think. Great idea, actually. Lucas, we reviewed the original Mega Man game in volume 42. So they kind of did something like that. I would eliminate the comics because I think they are boring. I never read them. I would replace them with classic classified information, and readers could learn the secrets of the older games. I was the same way. I didn't really read the comics either. Stephen Wallace, Navarre, Ohio. They say, I would eliminate Nestor's Adventures and make it into an arcade update because I love arcade games like Street Fighter 2. I'd include the latest arcade games that have come out, and I'd also write tips about the arcade games too. That's Min Lee from Herndon, Virginia. This month's Super Power Club winning combination card is number 46 Solar Jetman, number 17 Bionic Commando, and number 57 Wing Commander. If you have those winning combinations for April 1993. Battle of Champions 2, the rematch. Hansen defeats Tsuyama again. Las Vegas. Jeff Hansen, the pride of Murray, Utah, and the 1992 World Nintendo Champion, has done it again. On September 21st, 1992, in Tokyo, Hansen defeated his Japanese challenger, Yusuke Tsuyama, to earn the Game Player's title. The much-anticipated player rematch took place on January 8th, 1993, at the Winter Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. The video battle was waged in a boxing ring at the Nintendo booth. Terry Funk, former pro wrestling champion, and Paul E. Dangerously, pro wrestling manager, were on hand to call the action. The contestants squared off using a special 3-game game pack. Collecting 50 coins in Super Mario World was the first task. Completing 2 laps of F-Zero was the next goal. The match was neck and neck after the first 2 games, but Jeff pulled ahead slightly when Yuki missed a couple of rings while skydiving in Pilot Wings. The match was intense. And here's a letter from Gail Tilden. Are you clear on what the Super FX chip is and what it does? If you're not, listen up. Star Fox, the first game to utilize the Super FX chip, uses polygon graphics, a multi-sided object that can be rotated on a 3-axis can be considered a polygon. A computer must make a huge number of computations in order to make a polygon move and rotate 3 dimensions on screen. When a polygon moves, it has to be recomputed and redrawn by the computer. The Super FX chip basically does mathematical computations extremely fast. Without the incredibly processing power of this special chip, the smooth moving graphics of Star Fox would not be possible. The Super FX technology brings a powerful new tool for programmers to incorporate in the new games. We're all very excited to see where the Super FX chip will take us in the future. Gail Tilden, Editor-in-Chief. And here we have Star Fox, the cover feature, 1-1 Corneria, and they have the map of it. Helping out, Super Ring, 1-2 Asteroids, 1-3 Space Armada, 1-4 Meteor, Venom, and 1-6 Venom. There's Falco, Slippy, that's a pretty cool Slippy puppet. Peppy. So that was the first course. Here's the second course, which is more harder. The second course of Star Fox holds new dangers for Fox, who must master the first course. From Corneria, you will fly through the Sector X to the planet of Titania, and Sector Y, and finally to Venom. Even Corneria will seem different. Suddenly there are huge walkers and new fighter ships, saucer ships, deploying parachute enemies in rows of towers tumbling in the ground. Welcome to the next step in the challenge. So the middle course, I think, is next hardest. This Metal Masher. So this guy I had a hard time with. The Metal Smasher appears in 2 sections. The sections move in tandem, then come together. If your R-Wing is caught between them during the smash attack, you'll lose much of your shield energy. Aim at the yellow panels that appeared at the side of each section in the Smashers to blast until it is vaporized. Then turn to the remaining sections. So it's kind of weird to... You got to break at the right time, and I still can't get that timing down. The third and most difficult course also begins on Corneria. Your enemies and obstacles in this time include radar, antenna, massive walkers, Imperial ships, falling towers, and solid towers. There will be guns trained on you from the surface, as well as a pass-through gate when you have a choice of power-up items are often located just beyond a gate. At the end of the stage, you will face off at the new awesome Destructor. So you go through all 3 difficulties. The final challenge still awaits you ahead. You must scream over the home world of your enemy and penetrate the defenses. At the end of each course, Andros awaits with his telekinesis attack. An attack of mind over matter. We'll leave that final strategy up to you. Super fighting games. So this is a cover feature on fighting games. You have Brawl Brothers, Fatal Fury, Street Combat, Ultimate Fighter, Doomsday Warrior. Fighting games were huge, as well as beat 'em ups. So Brawl Brothers, which is the sequel to Rival Turf. Rick and Doug, better known as Hack and Slash of the Brawl Brothers, are martial artists contestants coaches. Their top 3 trials Their top 3 trainees, Lord J. Kazan and Wendy, have been kidnapped by a newcomer of Bayside City, Dieter Ether Dieter must not know what kind of trouble he's gotten himself in by kidnapping these three powerhouses or he's just tremendously brainless. Doomsday Warrior, Fatal Fury, Street Combat, Ultimate Fighter. Just a whole look at a bunch of fighting games. Pocky and Rocky. This game is tough. I can only make it to like the 4th stage, and I get my butt kicked. It's a shooter, and I'm not very good at shooters, but it's so beautiful looking. Great game. There was a sequel too, and a game for the Game Boy Advance too. Pocky and Rocky and Becky. Battle in the Sky, the Forbidden Castle, and the Black Mantle. I think I made it to the Forbidden Castle. Sim Earth. Congo's Caper. Poster, which I actually have this poster this time, is Battletoads Double Dragon, the Ultimate Team Up. Coming soon to your NES from Trade West. Super Black Bass. I don't know if I showed that whole, if you could see that whole coaster, but I'll kind of put it here so you can see it. Okay, there's that. I'll kind of slowly pan. And that's it. Mech Warrior. Classified information. Cubert 3. SimCity. Erase Save Data. Skulljagger. Avenging Spirit. James Bond Jr. Might and Magic. The Star Fox comic. This is Act 3. The Thrill is Gone. There's Andros. Kid Dracula on the Game Boy. A new Game Boy title from Konami pits Kid Dracula against an evil magician who has bewitched the other sorcerer In the kingdom, the kid has now a few tricks up his sleeve, but at the outset, he can use only one magical ability. He remembers how to use others as he completes each of the 8 levels. The single-player password game also has 2 sub-games that let adept players earn extra coins and 1-ups. There's a cool artwork of Kid Dracula. And they say that he might be Alucard, but I'm not sure. Some people say that. Hey, Richard! Melvin sucks. Also, hi. Also, 12 days till Pokemon. Hello, Richard. Melvin does not suck, and hello. And we'll see, Richard. I hate to disappoint you. We'll see. We'll see. And how are you, Richard? It's good to see you, my friend. Looking at Nintendo Power issue number 47 for April 1993. Star Fox is on the cover. As well as a DuckTales 2 reviewed for NES. There was a section of the letters where they Nintendo Power asked kids what they would change about the magazine, and the majority of people said to get rid of George and Rob. They didn't like George and Rob, and they didn't like the comics either. They said they took up space and they didn't read them. You're doing fine. I will do better in 12 days. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. I hope I hope you're still okay in 12 days. Kid Dracula for the Game Boy. Pretty fun game. There is a Famicom version, Kid Dracula, that's decent too. Joe and Mac on Game Boy. I like Joe and Mac's I have nostalgic feelings for Joe and Mac because I played that with my friend Brett in junior high when the Super Nintendo came out. We used to rent it from Video Visions, our local video store, and play it co-op, I think, a few times. And it has a good look and sound to it. It's kind of clunky, but it has a really early Super Nintendo feel to it. I shouldn't say early, but it has a really Super Nintendo kind of control feel to it, where it's kind of like, not choppy, but kind of deliberate, I should say. But I never played the Game Boy version. It looks pretty impressive for Game Boy graphics. Why does he look like a caveman and she looks like a modern woman? You think she looks like a modern woman? Well, he's a caveman for sure. Joe and Mac are cavemen. She's supposed to be a cave woman. See, in Joe and Mac, Richard, your cave women get kidnapped and you have to save them. And it's a co-op game. And if the one who gets the most points on the stage gets a kiss from the cave woman at the end of the level. So there's like incentive to do good. She must use a lot of shampoo. She does have a nice like Farrah Fawcett 80s or 70s hair to her. I could see that. When we play in my plug in the Super Nintendo and we play Magical Quest, we'll have to play some Joe and Mac too. I have both of them. I like the first one a lot. Top ranked tennis, Richard? You like tennis? Oh, they were raped of their well, kind of, yeah. You're talking about the Dragon Quest VII. They were ravaged of their cave women, I should say. Yeah, they weren't raped of them, but that's a translation error in Dragon Quest VII. The Chess Master. You see a king here and a queen or princess playing chess. The Game of Kings is the chess. Isn't that what they call chess? The Game of Kings? I don't know. Counselor's Corner, Eric Waz is giving tips for Krusty's Funhouse. Tin Chan is giving tips for Out of This World. This game's kind of... I never beat it. I got far, but I never beat it. I like chess better than tennis. I do too, Richard. I played tennis a little bit when I had a friend. We used to go to the tennis court around here and play. It was okay. But I haven't played chess in years and years and years. Might and Magic. How do I find out what my character colors are? Joe Bain gives tips on Might and Magic, the dungeon crawler that was ported to the NES from the PC. Tim Tawser, King's Quest V. How do I find Dink and get out of the labyrinth? Here's call the player's counselor hotline. There's a kid calling, and there's what a counselor's typical day is. They have him with this cool hat on, giving tips over the phone to this kid here for like $2.99 a minute, $1.99 a minute, something like that. Players Challenge, A Legend of Zelda Link to the Past Challenge. Can you complete the game in under 10 lives? I've done that. Yoshi Challenge, what's the highest score you can get? Super Mario Kart, how fast can you complete Mario Circuit 1 in the time trial mode? NES Open Golf, what is the lowest score you can get on the Japan course? Kickle Cubicle, what is the highest score you can get on this puzzler? This month you see a whole bunch of kids finished Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. 000 Club, they beat it without dying. Other great finishes, 1 life, 2 life, and 3 life. So yeah, lots of kids. Almost like Link to the Past is a pretty decent game. Oh, I had a friend once too. Must have misplaced him. Can't seem to find him anymore. Well, I'm sorry about that, Richard. I hope he turns up for you sometime. Super Mario World Challenge Brian Edition. Can you finish the game without Why'd you have to throw callously murdering Yoshi? I didn't callously murder him. It's like I did it on purpose. God, what is it with you guys and Yoshis? Metroid 2 finished the game in the shortest time. 9 hours, 8 minutes. Leon Marcel's San Leonardo, California. That's pretty impressive. Under 10 hours. Dr. Mario High Score Game A. DuckTales 2. I think I played through this. Do you remember me playing through it? I think maybe Manicho watched me play through this once, because he likes DuckTales. I don't know if you were around when I played through this game, Richard. Okay, viciously and mercilessly murdering Yoshi. I didn't viciously murder them. It was just an... whatever. DuckTales 2, The Return of Uncle Scrooge. You can use your cane now to pull the items. I like this game a lot. Unlike Chippendale 2, it's pretty much as good as the first, if maybe a little bit better. Chippendales 2 is not as good. Hey, Spencer, RPG Archive, DuckTales, woo! Yeah, we're talking about DuckTales 2. So, Spencer, this is volume 47 in Nintendo Power for April 1997. Star Fox is on the front. You see the nice little artwork, and they covered all 3 paths, minus the final boss fight. And they had these special puppets made for it. They were really hyping up Star Fox. You see the 3D maps here. There's Peppy. They have a nice Slippy Code puppet, too, which... where's he at? There he is. There's Slippy. But yeah, they go through all... basically walk through the whole... all difficulties for you. Can you handle it? DuckTales 2? Yeah, DuckTales 2 is a fun game. Fun game. How are you doing, Spencer? Welcome to the Nintendo Power stream. So they're going through all the levels, Niagara, Scotland's. See some cool artwork here, Launchpad. They actually have Scrooge in his correct red attire. Terrifying? You're good. Well, that's good. So you're thinking Slippy's terrifying, huh? Slippy gets a bad rap. Falco's the terrible one. Can you handle it? Is that what it said? Wait, Spencer, I missed that. That's a good, that was a good pun, Spencer. I'm sorry I missed that. Oh, yeah, there it is. Right there. I missed that, yeah. Boy, am I slow. I got it. I got it now. Can you answer? Sorry. I got it. Scotland. Moo. Egypt. This one has more of a Metroid game feel to it, where you can revisit levels and there's different paths to go. Bermuda, the Underground. The Koei Connection. You guys, Spencer, Richard, you guys ever play some Koei games? I put in Mu. Yeah, it's the ancient city of Mu, Richard. You can go there. The Koei Connection. L'Empereur, Genghis Khan, Uncharted Waters, Nobunaga's Ambition 2, Ramus of the Three Kingdoms 2. These games, I don't know how to play them. They just confuse me. Spencer, you like RPGs. You ever play any Koei games? Mu is a cow city. Well, that's a good pun, but no, Mu was a actually sunken city or something, wasn't it? But that's a good pun. I got that pun, Richard. Never played them? I think I tried once. It's weird. It's like just numbers, the game. I do have Liberty and Death for Genesis, which is basically the American Revolution, which would be interesting. You get to command as George Washington or Thomas Gage of England, and you get to take your forces and put them around, supply them and stuff, try to win the Revolutionary War. That one I'd be interested in. Yoshi's Cookie? I've never played Yoshi's Cookie. I have nothing to say about this game. Anybody here play Yoshi's Cookie? Spencer, Richard? Guys like puzzle... Wait, Richard doesn't like puzzle games. Kid Clown in Nightmare World? Never played this either. Anybody here played this game on a ROM or anything? It's a late NES game. This is 1993 now here. So, that's why I haven't played this. I was way into the Super Nintendo then, so... Never played it? Okay. I didn't think so. It's not a lot of people... Those are late NES games. Camp Rollerblade. This is 1990s. Fall in Line at Camp Rollerblade. Thrash with inline skating's top pros at the exclusive 4-day rollerblade camp. Eat ramp, skate head, rage on the ramps with Team Rollerblade. Score your own Rollerblade Lightning TRS inline skates and compete in a set of protector gear. This is still a sad Pokemon. Well, this is 1993. You still have 5 years for Pokemon, Richard. Dude, I didn't play a ton of games on SNES. It was my first... I didn't play a ton of games on SNES. It was my first console, and I had a budget of whatever my mom would buy me. Okay, fair enough. That's fair. Oh, here we go. Top 20. So, here we go. Number 1, for Super Nintendo, Street Fighter II, The World Warrior. Number 2, Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Number 3, Super Mario Kart. Number 4, Star Fox. Number 5, Mario Paint. Number 6, NCAA Basketball. Number 7, NHL Hockey, 93. Number 8, Turtles in Time. Well, at least your channel won't be Sad Pokemon World in 12 days, right? I don't know, Richard. Maybe if I play it, you know, I don't know. I'm not promising anything, Richard. No way. Street Fighter beats Link to the Past. Yes, well, Street Fighter, you remember, it was huge. Fighting games were huge. So that's not really surprising. Like, I got caught up. I got Street Fighter, that one, and Turbo. My friend actually broke my copy by, I think I let it to him, and he, like, busted the back off of it or something because he got mad. Super Mario World is number 9. And hello, Soulfire. How you doing? Sorry, I didn't say hi there. John Madden Football, 93. Bulls versus Blazers. F-Zero. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally, my most disappointed game, but I have a soft spot for it. Final Fantasy II. Super Star Wars. Wing Commander. Equinox, the sequel to Solstice. Super Play Action Football. The Magical Quest, starring Mickey Mouse. That's Richard's game he likes. And SimCity rounds out the 20th spot. You don't need to promise anything you already have in the past. I didn't... Just relaxing after work. Nice. Hope your work day went good. Hope everybody's day went good. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. It's almost Friday. One more day. One more day. Game Boy. Okay. Let's see what we got for the old Game Boy Rooney. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Good choice. Metroid 2, Return of Samus. Good choice. Tetris. I'm not a fan of Tetris, but I could understand that. Super Mario Land. Good choice. Dr. Mario. Mega Man 3 on Game Boy, Faceball 2000, Kirby's Dream Land, Battletoads, The Simpsons Escape from Count Deadly, Prince of Persia, Final Fantasy Adventure, F1 Race, Final Fantasy Legend, Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, Mega Man 2, TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan, TMNT 2 Back from the Sewers, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, and Super RC Pro-Am rounds out the 20th. For NES... Number 1, Tecmo Super Bowl, beating Super Mario Bros. 3 in Legend of Zelda? That's not... No! Get that off of the... That... Dragon Warrior 4 is down at 20, and Tecmo... This is like... This should be flipped! Super Mario Bros. 3 for 42 months, 55 months for Legend of Zelda. Hyrule's famed hero attempts to rescue the fair Princess Zelda. Have you defeated Ganon yet? Mega Man 5, which just came out in number 4. Final Fantasy at number 5. Mega Man 4, number 6. Battletoads, number 7. Tetris, number 8. TMNT 3, Manhattan Project, number 9. 10, Mega Man 3. Dr. Mario, number 11. Zelda 2, Richard. Zelda 2 is at number 12. Monopoly, number 13. RPGs wasn't really back. Yeah, not as much, no. But I still think Dragon Warrior is better than... better than Tecmo Super Bowl. Monopoly, it's all preference. Monopoly, Super Mario Bros. 2, number 14. Baseball Stars. There's Richard with his Zelda 2. I knew it. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. NES Open Tournament Golf, Maniac Mansion, Metroid, and Dragon Warrior 4 is way too low. Should be up higher. Okay. Here's coming now playing Battle Grand Prix. I don't know. I'd play Tecmo Bowl again. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't like Dragon Quest 4. I forgot. That's right. But, still, I guess if you like football, but, man, I don't know. Sure, I'm not going to, whatever. Star Fox. Nintendo, $59.99, April 1993, 8 megabits, 3D space action with Super FX chip. Tetris equals Pooh equals Zelda Pooh. Tetris equals... Pooh equals Zelda 2. So you don't like Tetris as much as you don't like Zelda 2? Is that what you're saying? Sim Earth, Mech Warriors, Super Black Bass. Why do we have to rescue these fair princesses? I'd like to rescue an unfair, ruthless princess. Well, there's Daisy you could rescue, right? 4 wasn't bad, but 1 playthrough is enough for that Dragon Quest. Okay, so you play it once. You have no desire to play it again. Pocky and Rocky, I was talking about, we looked at this earlier. It's a fun game, very hard though. I only made it to the penultimate level, and it's really tough. Street Combat, Doomsday Warrior, Cool World, Fatal Fury, Yoshi's Cookie, Hit the Ice, DuckTales 2, great play control and graphics, all new areas for Scrooge to explore, and the negatives more of the same. Capcom, release date April 1993, memory size 2 megabit, game type comic action for 1 player. Daisy isn't a princess, you silly. She is Donald the Duck's... No, not Daisy Duck. Daisy from Super Mario. From Sarasaland. You're the princess there. Kid Dracula. Chessmaster. These are Game Boy. Joe and Mac. Top Rank Tennis. Lethal Weapon. Ring Rage. So you see the NES titles are getting few and far between. You have some late releases here. DuckTales 2, Kid Clown, Yoshi's Cookie, and Hit the Ice. Still some Game Boy stuff. Kid Dracula, Joe and Mac. And Super Nintendo is really getting the games. Of course, this is 1993. There is no Daisy. Yeah, she's from Sarasaland. You're confused. Arrow the Acrobat. I like the second game better. Super Turrican, Yoshi's Cookie, and First Samurai. I have First Samurai. No, there's a Daisy. Yeah, did you see, like, people were, when they announced that new Mario Strikers game, people were kind of wondering where Daisy was. They didn't see her in the trailer, and they were kind of worried that she wouldn't be in the game. Final Fantasy Adventure 2, which is Secret of Mana here. So you see they called it Final Fantasy Adventure 2, which is correct. This is Final Fantasy Adventure 2, which is Sekida Sensu 2. Get ready for the ride of your life. Final Fantasy Adventure 2 from Square has got everything a Super NES adventure should have, plus much more. This 16 megabit Wonder Pack won't be out until Christmas 1993, so you'd better start working on that naughty and nice ratio for Santa. In the meantime, start dreaming about exploring an entire globe of fantasy adventure with puzzles, cities, dungeons, hand-to-hand combat, magic, and even 4-player options. One cool thing is traveling via Dragon as the 3D Mode 7 world rolls by beneath you. For fans of Final Fantasy Adventure for Game Boy, Final Fantasy Adventure 2 promises more Zelda-like action than before. In addition to having the scope of a major RPG, the title is not yet decided, and the version shown here is still in development. Well, they are scared because they didn't see Goofy and Pluto either. Beth, you just don't recognize Daisy. You need to let it go, Richard. Jimmy Connor's Tennis. Sword of Hope 2. I want to play the second one. I hope it's better than the first. I did play through the first one. Pro Sports Hockey. Packwatch 7th Saga. American Tail, Beauty and the Beast. Inspector Gadget. Enix is creating 7th Saga, a sprawling RPG with great animation and some cool features like an instant insert monster radar that allows you to avoid fights in the overworld. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Bob, remember Bob? Super Valis 4, which is on the Switch Virtual Console. Monday Night Football, NFL football. There's Bob. Ren and Stimpy. Super NES Future Games. Arrow the Acrobat, Alien 3, Final Fantasy Adventure 2, Final Fight 2, Goof Troop, Lord of the Rings, Mario's Missing, Rock and Roll Racing, Shadowrun, Simant, Super Turrican, Utopia, which we never got. It came out in Europe, and I played it last summer. It's pretty good. Like a Metroid Sunsoft kind of game where you have to find your friends. You have 4 playable characters. Really good music. It's on the Wii U Virtual Console if you want to pick it up. For Game Boy, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Jimmy Connor's Pro Tennis, Legend of Zod, Sword of Hope 2, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Summer 93. Battletoads Double Dragon, Summer 93 for NES. Tasmania, Fall 93. Next issue, Batman Returns, The Lost Vikings, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Kirby's Adventure, Nightmare in Dreamland. Back issues you could order, player's guides. So I have every one of these player's guides with that link to the past one. Grand Prize winners, Steven Mario Paint Contest. After viewing video cassettes sent in by hundreds of Mario Paint artists from across the US and Canada, we narrowed down the field and have selected the following for our Grand Prize and second place winners. Thanks, everyone, for sending in the entries, and congratulations to the winner, Grand Prize. We are absolutely blown away by the concept, editing expertise, and overall artistic talent displayed in Steven's entry. The photos shown here do not do it justice. It must be seen and heard to be believed. Steven sent in 5 separate pieces, music dubbed in. One was a short story that used the musical capabilities of the Mario Paint. Steven's work was nothing short of fabulous. And there you see right there. Second prize winners, whole bunch. Here they are right here. Nintendo, first player, players first. At Nintendo, players come first, which means we take the time to make our video games better than great. Awesome. We take the time to push our software to the limits and beyond. We take the time to give you the kind of service you won't find anywhere else in the world, unmatched, and we take the time to make our systems good. They set the standard for quality entertainment. Nintendo, to be the best, you've got to be first, with the people who count, players. And that's Nintendo Power, volume number 47 for April 1993. Let me get a drink and I'll be right back. Propaganda. It is propaganda. Make Nintendo great again, Richard. That's funny. Hey, John. I think you had that issue, the one with the Star Fox one I just looked at, or this one? So Batman Return, and hello, John. How's it going? Batman Returns. This is Nintendo Power Volume 48 from May 1993. Batman Returns was in theaters. Michael Keaton's on the front, the Penguin in the back. I think Michael Keaton complained about this issue because he thought his jowls looked too fat or something. I don't know if it was about this picture or one in the magazine. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Game Boy preview. Link's Awakening is coming out this summer of 93. This is spring 93. You're smart. What's wrong with your friends? So they're saying, hey, kid, get your friends to subscribe to Nintendo Power. I tore out the cards. We'll take a look at these cards. I do have them here somewhere. Oh, they're right here. No, that's not them. Where's my cards at? Where the Pros Play. This is for sports games. May 1993, Volume 48. Super Nintendo, Game Boy, NES, and your typical Counselor's Corner, comics, Star Fox, special features, and so on. More envelope art. I hope you can see this. There's one with Wario, one with Turtles, one with Street Fighter, Adventure Island 3, which I played through. Remember Adventure Island 3? Mega Man bosses. Contest ideas. Our PO box was stuffed after we put out a call for players poll contest ideas in Volume 44. Let's take a look at some of the best ideas from kids. How about a round-trip tickets to a snowboarding championship for 4? You get to meet all of the pros, and then after that, you get to ride with and take lessons from the winner. You'd also get a free Burton Nitro or Avalanche snowboard. Joe Purcell, Annandale, Minnesota. Sounds very chilly, in fact, Nintendo responds. Take the winners up an SR-71 or another high-performance plane that seats two and engage them in a staged dogfight. The bogey will be remote-controlled planes that will be shot down with missiles or a machine gun. Of course, there will be a training pilot flying the plane, but the winner gets to shoot the guns. Bill Snyder, Glenville, New York. And Nintendo Power says, we don't like the idea, but our legal department really wants us to do it. Okay. I think you should have a WWF Super WrestleMania Players Poll Contest. The grand prize would be airfare, hotel accommodations, and 2 tickets to the WrestleMania 9 at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Second prize would be a WWF Super WrestleMania game pack and a 1-year subscription to WWF magazine. Third prize would be a Nintendo Power jersey. That's Chris Rice from North Canton, Ohio. And Nintendo Power says, actually, Chris, that's quite a popular idea. Jeremy Brooks from St. Charles, Missouri, had almost the same idea. I've got it. How about a Mario Kart contest? The winners gets to take 5 friends to a real racetrack and run a few laps in go-karts. Mike Whitty, a.k.a. King Whitboy, ruler of Cartland, Dubuque, Iowa. I think there should be a Star Trek Players Poll Contest. The grand prize winner will win a trip to the set of the new Deep Space Nine series at Paramount Studios. There they could learn how Deep Space Nine works by having a tour of the place. The second prize winners would receive a Star Trek The Next Generation game pack along with other Star Trek items. Trevor Meyer, Breckenridge, Minnesota. And here is your Super Power Club card winning combinations for May 1993. Mega Man 4, Boomer's Adventure, and Battle Clash. They always entertain children's fans. Yeah, a lot. That's cool they do that. Yeah, it's nice. I agree. I mean, if I would have flipped if I got my letter printed in Nintendo Power, man. Clue Mystery Weekend. The Nintendo Power Club A Murder Mystery Weekend took place at Season Resort in New Jersey at the end of January. Tim Martin from Winston, Michigan, flew in for the story along with his mom, Liz, and friend Chris Katawaski, a company of actors calling themselves Murder a la carte, played the roles made famous in Parker Brothers' classic game of Clue. The plot includes not one murderer, but 2, and Tim was unmasked as the brilliant computer whiz who was secretly working with Professor Plum, the second victim. So who done it? After 2 days of heated bribes, loads of circumstantial evidence, the true culprit was brought to justice. Mrs. White, the housekeeper, apparently Albert's body. The first victim was too paranoid to hire a butler. A lot of good it did him. Here's an note from Editor-in-Chief Gail Tilden. How many of you used the controller and Game Boy decals from January's Super Nintendo issue? We think they're a lot of fun. However, if there ever comes a time when you feel like taking them off, you may run into a sticky situation. Oftentimes, when one of the stickers is removed, some of the glue that is used on the back of the stickers will stay on the controller. One remedy, which is contrary to the owner's manual, is to apply a small amount of regular household rubbing alcohol. Don't use a lot to a cotton cloth and rub the glue away with the dampened cloth. Adult supervision is advised. It may take a bit of elbow grease and you may have to repeat the process, but you'll eventually remove the tacky substance without damaging your controller. Gail Tilden, Editor-in-Chief. The Lost Vikings. I played through this. This is fun. There is a sequel which I want to play. You kind of have a different Viking. One has a shield to block. One can attack with a sword. The other can run really fast and jump. I think one attacks with an arrow, was it? Maybe not a sword. Nordic tasks. Yeah. Anybody here play Lost Vikings? Oh, excuse me. Sports pages. Played it a lot as a kid? Nice. I didn't play it until like last year. Do you like it, Soulfire? Or did you just game you rented a lot? Or did you have it? Shadowrun. This game I beat, but I don't think I'll ever replay it. It was very... You had to talk to everybody multiple times. And they had to, like... You had to talk in the right order. It was very... I had to look up a guide to get through it. It has a good soundtrack, though. Yeah, I liked it. A friend had it and borrowed it a lot. Nice. Did you ever get through the whole game? Or it's pretty long. Batman Returns. Taking care of business. Thin Clown 2. Here's all the enemies. This is a good game. It's like the best deal I got on a video. I got this game for $1. And that's a pretty good game to get for $1. It's just a beat 'em up. It has good music. It's fun to play. And here is our poster for this month. We have Bubsy. I've never played much of this game. I want to sometime. Claw's Encounter of the Furred Kind. It was on Genesis as well. I think later it was on the Jaguar, I believe. Scroll down here. And on the back is a map for Batman Returns. Nestor's Adventure. Ooh, Nintendo Power Awards 1992. The Nestors. The ballots have been cast and the champions have been crowned. They were chosen by you, the faithful readers of Nintendo Power. Now it's time to crack open the envelopes and announce the winners for 1992. Certain games will be ruled supreme for each system. Street Fighter II: The World Warrior thrashed the competition and dominated in every category it competed in. The same can be said for Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins in the Game Boy category. Mega Man 4 cleaned up in the NES ranks. Will Mega Man 5 prolong the Blue Bombers' winning ways next year? We'll see. Nestor's Adventure style changed. Yeah, because Howard Phillips left. So they had to just have Nestor instead of Howard and Nestor. So, Nintendo Power Awards 1992, The Nestors. For graphics and sound, for Super Nintendo, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. For Game Boy, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. And for NES, Mega Man 4. Second prize and third, you got Super Star Wars, Death Valley Rally, Mega Man 2 on Game Boy, Looney Tunes, Mega Man 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project, and Darkwing Duck. No, even after that? Oh, really? I don't remember. I've never read a Howard and Nestor in my life. Looks different, huh? Okay. For theme and fun, Super Nintendo, Street Fighter II The World Warrior, Legend of Zelda. So Street Fighter II beat Legend of Zelda for theme and fun. See, I think I would flip it. I would put graphics for Street Fighter, theme and fun for Zelda. Mario Paint number 3. For Game Boy, Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, Kirby's Dream Land, and Looney Tunes. I want to play that Looney Tunes game. For NES, for theme and fun, Mega Man 4, Team NT 3, The Manhattan Project, and Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six. For challenge, we have number 1, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, number 1 challenge over Super Star Wars. I don't know about that. I would say Super Star Wars or Smash TV is harder than Link to the Past. But of course, we're back in this before this game was so well known. So yeah, okay, I can understand that. Not everybody and their sister played it and knew the secrets. Mega Man 2 for Game Boy, Ultima, The Runes of Virtue, and Double Dragon for challenge. For NES, Dragon Warrior 4, Mega Man 4, and Prince of Persia. Play Control, Street Fighter 2, Super Mario Kart, and TMNT 4 Turtles in Time. Super Mario Land 2, Kirby's Dream Land, and Mega Man 2. Mega Man 4, TMNT 3, and Darkwing Duck. Best Hero, Link was number 1, Mega Man number 2, and Guile number 3. First, from his defeat of Aghanim and Ganon, Link proved to be the ultimate video game hero of 1992. Congratulations, young man. For best worst villain, number 1, M. Bison, number 2, Aghanim, and number 3, Dr. Wily. Most innovative, number 1, Mario Paint, number 2, Super Mario Kart, number 3, Out of This World. For best sports game, there's the winners there. For best overall Super NES game, Street Fighter 2 number 1, Legend of Zelda number 2, and Super Mario Kart number 3. Yeah, Street Fighter 2 was huge. For best overall NES, number 1, Mega Man 4 over Dragon Warrior 4. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, number 3. The NES is where Mega Man really shines. His fourth, but not his final, assault on Dr. Wily's proved to be a huge hit with truckloads of voters in 1992. We have to wonder if Mega Man 5 will rule in 1993. Dragon Warrior 4. When an RPG shows up in the best overall category, you know it's a good one. Enix's RPG frustrated and fascinated game players of all ages. The series is continuing to. Not until... Little did we know that it would not continue for us Americans until 2001. For Dragon Quest 7. Dragon Warrior 7. We didn't get 4, 5, and 6. Best Game Boy? We have Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, Mega Man 2, and Kirby's Dream Land. Recipients, replicas of myself for the winners. Stardom, you know, I think starting to enjoy this job. Oh, they're talking about his trophy. Looks like a Nestor. Lots of people with scores on Super Mario Kart. Lots of people finished with 0 lives for not dying on Link to the Past this month. Best score to beat, Derek McClinton, game player counselor, 66,500 points on Star Fox. TMNT 4 Turtles in Time, quickest time to finish, 22 minutes 15 seconds. Super Scope 6, score to beat in Mole Patrol. RPM Racing, Star Fox, Secret Twin Blasters. Super Buster Brothers. Oh, there's that little, Oh, they tell you this story to get, like, a warp area. Super Star Wars, Bomberman 2, Kid Clown, was reviewed last month. There's the Star Fox comic, Act 4. That's an interesting panel. Never seen a panel like that trail off down and get smaller and smaller. And here we go. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening preview. Adventure never sleeps. This summer, Nintendo's greatest hero will return for a new adventure and his first quest for the Game Boy. This 4 megabit battery-backed Link's Awakening game promises to be the most complex Game Boy pack in history. At the writing of this preview, many elements of the game were still in development, and they may vary slightly from the finished game pack. But everything included in this preview came straight from EAD, designer group at Nintendo. Once Upon a Dream. A great storm sweeps down upon Link's ship during the young hero's return voyage from a journey of self-discovery. The ship is lost, but somehow Link survives unconscious. He was washed up on a tropical shore where he is discovered by Marin, who nurses him back to health. Like a place out of a dream, the inside has its center. The island has its center, a mountain upon which rests a giant egg. One day, Link meets Wise Owl, who tells him the story of the Windfish, the magical being who sleeps in the egg. Only the Windfish has the power to return Link to his own land. But it can be awakened by only collecting the 8 instruments of the sirens, which are now scattered and guarded by nightmares. Link acts out at once, hunting down the nightmares in the perilous caves. If it is here that he learns the awful truth, for the island of Colent and everywhere on it exists only in the dream of the Windfish. What then will happen if Link awakens the sleeping giant? Wow, they pretty much spoiled a lot of that, huh? After overthrowing Ganon in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Link was the greatest hero of Hyrule. Still, he was young, and he knew that he had much to learn. He was to keep the kingdom safe, so he set out on a training mission across the sea, but little did he suspect the adventure that awaited him. Yeah, spoilers, like real spoilers. There's Terran. It's like, come on. The owl. A wise and ancient bird followed Link about the island of Colent, telling tales of the Windfish, the nightmares, and the music of the sirens. But what is the owl's purpose? The egg. It is said that the island is but a dream of the magical Windfish, who sleeps in the egg. The Song of Awakening is Link's only hope of escaping, but it's also his greatest fear. Marin discovers Link and saved him, but she still does not wish to stay on Colent. She longs for the outside world, and she knows of a song that may wake a Windfish. Taran is Marin's father, a kind man who loves mushrooms. Although not a wizard, Taran bumbling transforms himself during one of his mushroom hunts. That's some cool artwork there with Link fighting Astolphos. That's pretty cool. Like, all this artwork is pretty awesome. Like, you don't see these pictures much anymore. I don't know if they're in the manual at all, because I don't have the manual, but that's pretty awesome artwork. It has to be in the manual, I would think. Here's Colent. Just the beginning. This is just the beginning of Link's Awakening. He has latest adventure. Really begins this July when the game will be released. Look then to Nintendo Power for the full review with maps, strategies, and hints. Zen Intergalactic Ninja for Game Boy. Ring Rage. I think I have this game. Great Greed. This is one game I want to play. I heard this is a very good RPG. When you woke up this morning, you had no idea what the day had in store for you. While hiking in the forest with your father, a strange being appeared in front of you. As you rushed over to help the injured creature, you were attacked by a second stranger. Suddenly, with a flash, you found yourself in a foreign land and in the middle of a conflict between good and evil. Do you have the strength to defeat the evil Biohaz and find your way back home? Or will you fall victim to his great greed? No, this is a preview, John. They will have it in the next issue or so, the coming months. And issue number 50, I think. Yeah, number 50 in 2 issues from now, they'll have it. It's on the it's a cover issue. Great Greed by Namco brings players something different in a role-playing game. This 2 meg game for the Game Boy has a long and interesting storyline based on the rising environmental concerns in the world today. Great Greed allows the players to save an imaginary world from the real-life problems. Each area reveals a new environmental problem to solve, from stopping a polluting factory from being built to ending the dumping of trash in the city streets. Along the way, the player is faced with other dilemmas that affect the outcome of the game. Some answers can help you on your quest, while others may only make things more difficult. The graphics are detailed and easy to watch, but the characters may be a little small for some players' tastes. The play control is smooth and easy to understand. Combat in this game is fought in a unique real-time style. It takes a while to get used to, but it works very well in speeding up the fighting of an RPG. Greed is good. It is the basis of our sacred savage capitalism. Richard. Our I Got Kings Capitalism Society, is that it? So I want to play this game. Prince of Persia, how do I pass the skeleton in level 3? Richard likes Prince of Persia. Leaf Thompson. John Gower, Equinox, how do I reach the white key in Tori? Room 1A. Ultima Runes of Virtue, Ken Barger. Mega Man 5, Kwong Shok. Super Mario Brothers movie. Next month, Mario and Luigi will make their way to the big screen in a full-fledged live-action movie starring Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo as the famous brothers and Dennis Hopper as a brooding Koopa. Longtime Mario fans will see their video game heroes in all new settings, embarking on a all-new adventure, and it's one of that promises to be a departure for the duo in more ways than one. Prince of Persia, happy I got land savage capitalism society. We are not a savage capitalism. Yeah, Prince of Persia, I wish it didn't have a time limit. Speaking of Prince of Persia, I looked up, and yes, Arabian Nights. Yeah, I did that too when Richard said it was a Prince of Persia 3D. It was renamed to Arabian Nights in the US. But it is indeed, like you said, John, Prince of Persia 3D. Can't wait to watch that on Discord Movies. Hey, Ninja, we should have a Discord movie night. I would like to do that. I keep forgetting. Oh my god, those 5 minutes when Nintendo had faith in this movie. There's the cast: Bob Hoskins, rest in peace, Dennis Hopper, and John Leguizamo. Behind the scene, a Koopa's captive, Daisy Samantha Mathis, befriends a fellow prisoner, Yoshi. This doesn't look like the dino buddy you know, but you've got to love him. There's Princess Daisy and Yoshi. After they follow Daisy through the mysterious portal, Mario and Luigi find themselves in a dimension where fungus grows everywhere. In this real-life adventure, Mario has a ditzy girlfriend, Daniel Kaminsky, and Luigi's love interest is Daisy, Samantha Mathis, an archaeologist. I was constantly drunk on set. Something tells me that doesn't come up. But yeah, they were drinking because it was like Bob Hoskins says, it was the worst movie set he's ever done. Daisy turns out to be a prehistoric princess, and Koopa, of course, kidnaps her. Things definitely take a turn for the weird, when the pair of plumbers follow her through a magical portal into a parallel New York City Dino Hatton, and it's anything but tame. There's Mario, Luigi, Daisy, Human Toad, Donald Trump, Birdo, Scary Tiny Yoshi's Donkey Kong cameo, and of course Bob-omb. Wait, Donald Trump's in this movie? Dino Hatton. Koopa the environmentalist. Don't worry, we'll get more. Never seen the movie. Oh, look, there's a Bob Hoskins. Bob Hoskins left, and John Leguizamo try their hand at video linking on the set. Leguizamo became an avid Nintendo player during the filming. They're playing probably Tetris. Oh, look, there's John Leguizamo playing on the set. He's playing Super Mario World. Samantha Mathis looks on as Luigi takes a break on the set to play Super Mario World. The Pop Toad stand in the background is placed up. Is the place to get your piping hot toads? What? Okay. Amazing animatronics. It takes a crew to operate the fully functional Yoshi. The baby T-Rex was created by David Nielsen. I wonder what will be worse, this or the new animated one. For some reason, I'm betting on the new one. I have hope for the new one. It's going to be good. Miyamoto's... He's not going to make a second mistake. That's what he's been doing for this time. He hasn't been developing games. He's been concentrating on that in the theme park. I think he's going to be... It won't be great, but it's going to be better than this, I would think. I don't know. Maybe this one's amazing. I never saw it. But it'll at least be a little more true to the Mario legacy. Here we go. Kirby's Adventure Great Exhilarations. Wouldn't you know it? Dreamland is into peril again. Here you go, Ninja. King DDD's atrocious armies of heinous henchmen have surfaced on the NES. It's explaining to you how to play. You approach an enemy, suck him in, get his powers, and if Kirby takes a bump from the enemy, his special power will fly out as a star. The bonus games: the crane, egg eating, quick draw, sword, needle, mic, UFO, Vegetable Valley, Ice Cream Island. Well, neither are really good, but I bet the new one will be worse. I don't see. I mean, it's all preference, but Illumination makes good stuff. I liked, I saw Despicable Me. They made that, right? That was good. It'll be fine. And Kirby, yeah. Why are you smirking? Got an angel halo. You're smiling, winking, smirking, and then you're smiling again. But I don't know why you have to beat up on this tree. I wonder if the new Kirby you beat up on this tree, Wispy Woods. I remain skeptical until proven otherwise. I mean, Miyamoto's behind it. He usually makes good stuff. Butter Building. This is some pretty good artwork here. They're telling you how to get to the 1-ups at the top when you do the cloud jump. Great Garden. Man, Kirby's Adventure was a late NES game. April 93? That's late. New favorite Brian quote, Illumination makes good stuff. Well, they did. I like Despicable Me. I haven't seen anything else they did, but Despicable Me was good. I remember seeing that when it came out. It was okay. These little... Oh, you don't like the illustrations? I think they look okay. It's time for my daily Jerby tree cutting. Jerby? The Incredible Crash Dummies. You guys remember this? The Crash Dummies, Vince and Larry. They had toys and such. How many times do I have to teach you this listen tree? I don't know what you're talking about. You mean Wispy Woods? I've never played this. I have the Super Nintendo version. I think it was LJN published. I don't know who developed it. Maybe it says... we'll see in the back. Super Turken. This is a European shooter. Series Turken. Music by that guy who does really good music. He's German. Lemon would know him. He's German. Forget his name. What is his name? It's driving me crazy. That's a lot of good... Oh, grand prize. Splash and throw win your own Kawasaki jet ski. Oh, man, I won the third prize, a Nintendo Power jersey. Here we go, number 1, Super Mario Kart. Or it's Street Fighter 2, number 2, Super Mario Kart, number 3, Link to the Past. Star Fox is, whoa, way up there at number 4. F-Zero is number 20. Magical Quest, 19. Final Fantasy 2, 9. John Madden's Football, 10. What else? Super Star Wars is 6. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally is 18. For Game Boy, nothing pretty much except for Metroid went from 2 to 4. Kirby's Dream Land is up 3. Super Mario Land 2 is still number 1. Link's Awakening stuck in there at 2012, but it's not out yet. Interesting. Legend of Zelda, original Legend of Zelda for 56 months is number 1. Super Mario Bros. 3 is number 2. Tecmo Ball moved from 1 to 3. Mega Man 5 is at 4. Mega Man 4 is at 8. Super Mario Bros. 2 is 11. TMNT 3 is 14. Zelda 2 is 15. Mega Man 3 is 16. Dragon Warrior 4 moved from 20 to 17. Little Nemo took its spot at number 20. And Mega Man 2 is down at 19. Kirby in 3rd, of course. Nice. I go now? That's your lemon impression? Are you going? The Lost Vikings. This game control of using 3 characters can be awkward, yeah, especially when you're getting used to the game, yeah. Unique gameplay sets the pack apart, but the graphics and animations are wonderful. The text often hilarious. Very inventive stages and enemies keep players wanting more and looking ahead. Surprised Zelda overtook Mario 3. Yeah, I flip-flopped. Mario 3 was up. Yeah, that's a good point. Mario 3 was up at number 1 for a long time. They might have re-released Zelda. Remember they re-released it as the Great Cart? It might have been around this time, John, maybe. I'm not sure when they did. But maybe that's why, because kids were picking up Zelda for the first time. Batman Returns. Kendo's Rage. Shadowrun. The graphics, characters, and are not very detailed. Scrolling through keywords during conversations becomes repetitive. Yep, it does. Repetitive. The gameplay at the beginning is without clear goals. Yep, which can be frustrating. Yep, that's all true. It's all true. Tom and Jerry. The game isn't very deep or challenging. I disagree with that. Good graphics and fairly sharp play control. Get this game off to a good start. Busy Land. Kirby's Adventure. What do they say for negatives on Kirby's Adventure? Positives. Great variety of stages, good play control, and fun action are the strengths of this game. The background graphics are excellent for the NES. Negatives for Kirby's Adventure. The theme may be younger than the challenge. The regular sized Kirby still seems small, and the tiny Kirby seems almost microscopic. So wait, is Batman Returns the same one they plugged? Yes, it is. It is indeed. It's the beat 'em up. Hockey Simulation. I thought that was an RPG. Great Greed. Incredible Crash Dummies. Acclaim developed it. I think LJN published the NES one. Final Fight 2. I've traded that. I traded in like ActRaiser and SimCity for that game, I think. Rocky Rodent. Alien 3. Obitus. Run Saber, pretty fun game. Toddlers Utopia, Speedy Gonzales for Game Boy, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Battletoads, and Double Dragon for the NES. Let me scan these games. We got WWF Royal Rumble, Bubsy, Arrow the Acrobats, Plock. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. There's Plock there. Fun game. Pink Panther. Bram Stoker's Dracula. The Spellcraft, Gargoyle's Quest, Gargoyle's Quest 2, You're talking about Gargoyle's Quest 2, not the first Gargoyle's Quest. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tournament Fighter. You don't remember Final Fight 2? I played through it when I last played Super Nintendo games. It's an okay game. It has co-op, unlike the first one. Battletoads Extravaganza. That's for Battletoads and Battlemaniacs for Super Nintendo. Tasmania Raging Fighter. Hockey Games for the NES. And there's the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past Player's Guide. Now, I wanted to look at the players. I'm going to get the cards, players' cards.